welcome everyone to another episode of Behind the Shades. I have with us today Michael, and he's going to speak about what drives him, his book, and he's going to tell us a little bit about himself as well. So, Michael, go ahead, please.
All right. Well, as he stated, my name is Michael Johnson. I'm a postal worker, musician, and newly author. I authored my first book last year, late last year. It's the Adventures of Max and Levi. It's part of the Alpha League series, which me and my co-author Portia Smith, we kind of put together a series resembling like the Marvel comics or the DC comics, just a superhero for children's books.
Perfect. So let's start with the book. So why that type of theme for this book, like a superhero, similar to the Marvel characters that we all have grown up to love? But tell us a little bit about why superheroes in regards to this book, Michael.
Well, we want kids to feel like that they are superheroes. You know, they can do anything they put their mind to. They can accomplish anything. They can overcome anything. And the superhero concept is kind of something that you can keep putting installments in, and that way it's never has to be an end. You just keep putting them in.
Did you feel that this book is a reflection of you and how you're a superhero in the world that you currently live in?
Well, I would say it's a reflection of childhood me, because I drew on situations and scenarios from decision I had to make as a child, dealing with certain things that they deal with in the book. Like in this particular installment of the book, we touch on bullying within school systems and how different kids treat different kids certain ways because of different reasons. So we just put two characters together. One was a tough kid, and the other kid was kind of nerdy. So they ended up becoming a team and to defend themselves from bullying. But what one kid didn't know, it was actually a test from the other one to see if he had what it takes to join the Alpha League.
Oh, nice. Because I grew up seeing kids get bullied, and it seems to start at a very young age, and it seems to decrease as you get older. And then, at least in my perspective, and then once you reach adulthood, you kind of see bullying in different ways at the job, maybe certain restaurants or establishments or events that you go
Right.
through. So when you mention your childhood and you mentioned this was a test, is that a way of you putting yourself into the book? Like this was your observable reality at that time?
Um, Kind of, sort of, because I was growing up, I never was really a bully, but I didn't like to see people get bullied. So I would take up for the kid that wouldn't stand up for itself. So I kind of used that to put it into the Max character, and the other character Levi was kind of the people that I would not protect per se, but the people that I would stand up for.
So it sounds like to me that you're a superhero in your own right.
I guess you could say that.
He's trying to be modest, everyone. He's trying to say, maybe I was, maybe I wasn't. But no, because I think we need more of that. I think we need more of people standing up, especially young, because to give yourself credit, it probably wasn't something easy for you to do to be the real life version to a degree of Max, where you're protecting the people who would identify with Levi around you. Because as you probably know, bullying comes in all forms and it has claimed many people, and many people, unfortunately, have led to not being around anymore. So, how important is it, Michael, to get your message, this message, and future messages out to the generation of people?
I think it's very important because one thing in life, people are going to feel how they want to feel about you. They're going to think how they want to think about you. But as a young child, that can affect you in certain ways. But as you get older, you realize that what a person does and says about you, that's more of their feelings and it has nothing to do with you. But as a child, it's hard to articulate that. So we just put that in the book. And Portia, she added the affirmations for kids to repeat. I am strong. I am brave. Just something to help you out through whatever you may face in life.
If there was something that you'd want my audience, your audience, and the audience across the world to take away from your book, what would that be?
Um, I really just want, everybody to stand firm on what they believe in. That's part of the message, and to just be fearless. Just be fearless.
Do you think that's something to do? Because you and I, we look like we're around the same age. Do you think that's hard? It's harder to be fearless today than maybe it was when you and I were growing up?
I think it's very much harder. Like today, we go off of what the norm, the popular demand. Like if you get enough people to say it's right, whether it's right or not. That's just what we're living in now.
And there's times where as you mentioned that, there's times where I look around and I look at my upbringing, and it was a little bit different because I guess in a way I was insulated by my circle of friends and maybe family members and things like that. But now the world has shrunk. It's so much smaller with social media and the influences of other people. I remember a time where I didn't see so many people that were rich. It wasn't in my face all the time, right? And now we have authors like yourself, Michael, who is putting your message out there, who's putting your story out there. If there's any advice that you'd want to give to people who want to share their experiences and inspire, like you have, and like you're going to, future readers, what advice would you want to give those people coming up?
Just stay at it. Like when Portia first approached me with the idea of writing a book, I'm thinking to myself, well, I actually told her like I can't write no book, and I'm a musician first, and she was like, if you can write songs, you can write books, and I wrote a book, But I say just if you feel like it's something that you want to do and you can do it. You just have to stay at it.
So, what is next for Michael after you've launched this? What's next on your radar?
Um, well, me and Portia are gonna come collaborate again on the next installment of the book. We really don't have a title yet, but that we're in the works of that. And I'm just gonna try to, spread my wings as far as they can go, especially in the field of helping kids and kids that look like me and you per se. Because the one thing about it, if we don't tell our story the way we want it told, it won't be told properly.
I agree. I think that's what's missing. I think there's not enough people who can represent, who can speak to the next generation of people of color. I had that. Do you remember Big Mama?
Mhm.
And Big Daddy. They're the ones who they would teach the grandchildren, and they would make sure everything's right. It seems those days are gone. It doesn't seem like we have that community feel, or definitely the community unity that we had not too long ago. Um, do you think, or do you feel that your book can be one of the ways that we unite our community to tell our story using the language that identifies and resonates with us?
I think it can, because like we stated earlier, I think it touch on issues that are really important to the youth of our community. And I feel like if you want to incite a change, you have to start with the youth because their minds are still able to be molded.